then slowing it down to 30% when you're in field so they can hear him, that is going to give you more time to think of what's coming in, of being situationally aware of the indicators of interest or disinterest. If a girl starts, leaning back, you're going to note it. If she steps back, you'll note it. You're not in your head telling the story. You've got only 30% in your head telling the story, and 60% or 66% of your head is out there. They don't even know that you're actually used to telling the story. You'll say it slowly. You have all that free energy, that free headspace to be aware of all their body language and nuances and their subtle motions, which are really necessary, I think. Do you not agree? See? Like, be aware of where they're at.
Yeah, yesterday I was talking to like a guy, and there was an attractive girl that he was with, and they could tell she was just bored, and then just was kind of trying to walk off, and then eventually she did walk off, and then came back, and then walked off again.
Right.
So like I'm thinking, like, should I like grab her?
Yes, yes. Hey, by the way, before you get out of here, get this. Right? Re-engage them.
Yeah.
If they're starting to walk back, you take a step back as well as you tap them. Oh, by the way. It's a nice way to re-engage them. Yeah, we want to keep them stimulated. They're going to open,
I was thinking,
captivate, stimulate. Try.
I was thinking like, oh, I should like not care about whether she's leaving. I should just start talking.
Well, I like to keep a group together. I don't want to have to repeat myself. Let's say it's a 5-set, and you're pinging off one of the guys, trying to befriend him in the hopes of befriending the whole group one by one. And then you have to repeat everything one by one. Forget that, talk louder, keep the group together. How? Tap them on the shoulders. It's like, oh, wait a sec, they're all seated this way. Well, then say, hey, come here, tap them, tap, 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 okay, get this. So it is a little bit higher energy, but it's only equal to their energy level or a little bit higher. Don't go too high or you blow yourself out. You're at a cafe, and they're all seated, and you're like coming in going, hey guys, who likes more, men or women? You know what I mean? Or coming in too low, so they can't even hear you.
You guys, men or women?
Right? And you're just talking to one guy. So do keep it together. It's called group theory for a reason. It's a group. Keep it as a group.
The follow-up to that, by the way, who likes more, is...
Isn't that what you were saying when you were doing the Hollywood project?
Which part?
Who lies more, men or women?
Oh yeah,
It's a stock, it's the joke one
Yes.
that everyone sort of... But no one actually really uses it anymore.
Yeah.
So you can actually now reuse it again.
What's crazy is
After 12 years.
Yeah, well, every 4 years, there's a whole new generation of people in the nightclubs, right? Those 4 years, they're gone. New 4 years.
It's
You
like
can use the
college.
same stuff. It's like magic. With magic, oh, you can't do that. That's an old magic trick. It's like, no, it's not. Not to these people. They're younger. It hasn't been seen. Right?
But the follow-up is, the way I see it is men do lots of little lies, like, I've left the pub already, or, I'm working late in the office, right? But women do, they do one lie, but it's a big one, like, it's your baby.
That's an opener, by the way.
To tell the girl that one.
By the way, we will repeat some of these things in field. If you run out of material or if you need material, it's like, I don't know what to say. Well, here you are, you've already got 3 openers,
What's
right?
the plan for tonight?
We're going to get laid like rock stars, that's the plan. We're going to open up a bunch of sets. I'm going to watch you do some sets. I haven't had a chance to actually watch the direct.
I think that's start for drinks.
Yeah, that's a perfect place.
For drinks is ideal.
To people.
Very social.
Get talking.
And then we have
Talk to everybody.
Yeah. And I'm going to watch you.
that's gonna be that.
I've seen you interact
Golden
with
shit.
me. I've seen you interact with your friends. But we're all a bunch of dudes. You know what I mean? I have to watch you from a distance. I promise you, I won't be judging you. You know what I mean? I expect everyone to
That's the whole point.
Yeah, no, it's not judgment on the first 3 sets. I just have to see what sticking points you have. You may not even know it. So just go do your sets. Go 10% further if you can. Push yourself a little bit. Don't leave, with everyone liking you. And then going, I've run out of material. Well, nice meeting you, bye. Like, no. I haven't learned enough on that. Go in there and find out what not to do. The pathway of what you should have done will reveal itself for tomorrow. If I can see enough sets, I'll be able to also assist you and coach you for the next 3 sets. 3 sets.
Do you
means
go
path.
as like a wingman or like a
friend, like you're standing next to us and
Yeah, that'll
we're
come.
talking and
That'll come in
you
time,
say
but
hi or-
I really don't have to hear it.
Okay.
That's something I've learned over the years. I have to watch body language, see how they respond, and then I can come and say and ask you, if worse comes to worse, what exactly did you say that made them, jump out of the window, jump off the balcony, right?
Put themselves on their own
Hey,
close
yeah.
slide.
Their Uber
Yeah, it's a bit down there.
slide onto the Uber.
So another little game, I play games of fun with girls, they love games. And missions, you can give them missions, but let's get to games. So what I do is I put loads of straws together, when you connect straws, like that, and you get it really long, and then they're talking, and I just slowly put it in through the gap of a girl's talking, a straw comes in their vision, and it's like near their drink, and they're like, yo!
The other than try to get the drink. Oh, hey, what's that over there?
There's Madonna!
Literally like that.
Yeah.
We don't get anywhere.
You still here? And then you say, hey, let's fill people's drinks. And then you like have the straw and put it into other people's drinks and have fun. And they're a hot girl, hopefully. So that if they're doing it to a guy, the guy's not going to give a shit. He turns around, like, who's the f doing that? Oh, it's a hot girl. They'd be like, yeah, she said, can't take my sister anywhere. And funny thing to be said as well, this may sound crazy, but I have a feeling they'll get to change the world. But I'll tell you later. And then leave it as an open loop. Just funny little things like that, and you can future project later on, which I'll go into.
Heard emotional state one?
Yeah.
My friends and I we've conducted a caper. Try that one more time. My friends and I, we've conducted a caper.
What's a caper?
A project. And we are now celebrating like the end of Ocean's 11. Nothing can wreck this day. You can even shank me. Nothing can wreck this day. The next 6 months of my life, if I do absolutely nothing, are taken care of. Lucky. Hey, I'm curious, are you left or right-handed?
Left-handed.
You're left-handed? I'm left-handed too?
I'm right-handed.
Oh, are you really? I'm better.
I'm left-handed.
That's it. Are you left or right-handed? Left or right-handed? You're right-handed. I'm left-handed. I'm better. You know that you are full-grown men and you have all danced to Justin Bieber? I watched it. How do you feel? I'm Canadian. I am Canadian. So is Justin Bieber. We Canadians brought Justin Bieber to Europe and you danced to him. Sorry. Sorry.
Because the song is Sorry, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it hits better than
Sorry. So if it's playing as well,
What do you have in your belly? What you got in there? What you got in your belly? You know what I got in my belly? I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. Jaeger. Actually, it was a double shot. That was 2 Jaegers. You know what they're doing? I'll tell you. They're making love in my belly. Right now, you guys are all cartoony. I'm not random. I'm rainbow. That's right, I said it. A little short one, but I'm just stacking all the bits together.
What reactions do you get to that?
Well, when you act drunk, you have plausible deniability. I mean, tipsy, not drunk, but tipsy. Now you can do more. So you can open by rubbing the guys' bellies. And now that you're doing that, now I'm demonstrating to adjacent sets that I'm a touchy-feely guy. That's it, nothing personal. I go, hey, these are my friends, and you hug the guys, right? Now you can hug the girls, right? And it's not really to get, your hands on their boobies and titillate yourself. It's just to get them physiologically accustomed to your touch.
Yeah, I went out on last Saturday with a group of pickup artists, and one guy was just like keynoting all the girls he was talking to.
Just the girls?
Of course.
Okay.
And he got yelled at like at least 2 or 3 times by guys.
Sure.
And even the girl, she's like, stop touching my sister. Like,
Right,
don't touch
fair,
my sister.
fair,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you convey that you're a touchy-feely person, now am I by nature a huggy person? I don't know. I am now. Like a theatrical family would be very huggy. Oh, hey, right? And so you adopt that over time to be that way, but you can't just hug the girls only, You can hug the guys, this is my buddy, And when you're introducing, you can do that.
Yeah,
But now
and
you can hug the girl.
it shows that you're really good friends as well. Instead of because a lot of time girls don't think you know each other that well. I have it all the time. Like, do you really know him? Or do you really know each other? There's something,
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but
Yeah,
buddy.
He's my buddy, my real buddy. Not
Not a fake buddy.
Not my nightclub buddy, my actual friend.
I didn't
Yeah,
rent
known
this
each other
buddy.
for years.
I do have rent a buddy, but he's not a rent a buddy.
And then if you hug someone else, they'll say, what was all that 1 in a million talk?
I can't look at you right now. And they're like, why? What? No, I can't. Oh, can't look at it. And they're like, what? And then they're thinking because they're hot, because you have a really nice personality. Or I go, oh God, I can't look at them shoes. Oh, I can't. And then this is great for exotic dancers. I can't look at your shoes. And they're like, why? And they're trying to show the shoes qualify. I said, because I always, and then I go serious, I go, because I always win, apart from when I see really, and I don't look at really good shoes. I always, and then they're really trying to get me to see the shoes. No, don't do it, because I always win. It's my only weakness, it's my kryptonite. And then they're really trying to do it, and they come up, they
Don't
sit
do it to me, don't do it to me.
trying to grab your head and make you see. No, I always win. But do you know why good shoes are important? Why? Now they really want to. Because good shoes indicate good taste in underwear. Don't you think?
Oh, I've heard you say that.
And by the way, girls, I've seen a lot of times, instead of them feeling, you may think, well, they may be offended by this sort of talk, they'll, they'll show the underwear, they'll just show the string, yeah, they'll just pull at it, the thong, and they'll just show, because he'll say, what are you, what kind of underwear are you wearing, right? Does it fit the shoe? And it does fit the shoe. The higher the heel, the more dainty.
And they want to show that.
Sometimes you don't even have to ask, they just do it.
Yeah, they just do it, that's what I mean.
I go, that's pretty thin, I can floss with that. Maybe later though. I don't know you that well. No one gets into my house until I know it a little bit.
See, the idea here, I think, is not only just being playful, but to specifically not be seriously hitting on them. You're like non-seriously hanging with them. You're slowing them down. You're pushing them away. If she touches you, you can say $5 every time you touch. Well, it's $10 now, $15. What, we're going to start a tab here? This is starting to add up. You must be rich. Okay, what else we got?
So I happen to be in an industry where I'm surrounded by beauty, which is quite common. But what I've noticed is, and I just want your opinion on this, what I've noticed is that the lower the dress size, the less sexual and sexual appetite the woman has. I find it really strange because, they look more sexual, but they are less sexual. It's like they've been drained of sexuality and it's really boring and they never have any fun or sex. I just wondered because, like some of the girls I know are size 0 and they have none. What's your opinion on that? I mean, my ex did, but that's a rarity. She was a unicorn. So, what's your take on it? What have I done there? What have I just qualified to
Well, you're pre-selected first.
Pre-selected.
That's it. You're sexual, but you're not trying to be horny on her.
I'm not hitting on her.
hitting on her.
You're relaxed about it, and it's natural to you.
And it makes her qualify herself that she is a sexual being.
That's right. Otherwise, it's weird. I mean, how can you be a human and not indulge in your humanity?
And then you go and say, and some of them never even kissed a girl. Isn't that what girls do when the boys are around? They did at my school. No, I've kissed a girl. Really? I don't believe you. Prove it.
My little soundbite is, all women are bisexual to some degree. All women. It's normal.
So, by the way, what do you think you are?
By the by. Type tribbing into Google. And you have an icon. You ever type tripping into Google? Google Images? All right, well, get ready to learn what humanity is
How
really
do you
doing
spell it?
on weekends. Tribbing.
I wouldn't know how to spell it.
And then click on images.
And the top one's me.
And now go flip through that. Go flip through how many pictures, how many different people there are. Go for it. That's on Google. I mean, I didn't invent that. I learned that word at 42. I'm 44 now. Who knew?
That's some girl on girl action.
Inspiring.
It wasn't me.
There's a lot to take in now.
Yeah, certainly, but you all have individually have chances to watch us work in field, yes? Does it look like we're gaming,
No, you're very relaxed.
right? Doesn't it look like we're just vibing,
Yeah, just connecting with
you know? And we're rolling off a lot of the time. See, the power of any kino escalation, of any touch, is the roll-off. When you're hugging a girl, it isn't, oh, I'm hugging her. It's getting her just physiologically accustomed to your touch enough. You're hugging her, showing that you're human and getting her feeling something. But when she feels a little discomfort, roll off. But you can even roll off further than just getting off of her. You can say, hey, let me introduce you to some friends of mine, and roll off and throw your friends on her and say, back in a sec, open up your next set. And here you are throwing people on them.
So
You know, like, why aren't you interested in the hottie? You're throwing people onto the hottie, like I did yesterday. You know, until they bloom themselves out.
So
Right.
when might you pick her up and
What's that?
where you escalate to pick up and give her away?
Oh, exactly. You know, you can pick a girl up, you can spin them around, right? And you know, it's a flash game. And then you can grab them, pick them up like this, and say, look at this, they're giving them away. And then walk up to a strange guy and hand her to him. Right?
Oh, that's
Duty.
for me.
Oh no, that seems,
This was my first one.
it may seem crazy, but it's
Yeah.
something you can do easy in the club. It's not like you're doing body shots.
If it
That's
comes
wrong
off
with
as
the
really
club.
casual, if you come off nervous, it's a complete.
You know what? Yeah, and if they have high heels, you have to promise me you get them down safely back on their high heels. No,
Yeah.
no tripping with a
Yeah.
girl in your arms. Okay, don't do it if you've had alcohol. Fair, simple. Make sure everyone is safe, and you know it's all for just humor and a little bit of not embarrassment, but yeah, sure, a little embarrassment. You know, it's there's you don't have to worry about social violations. You don't have to worry about ruffling feathers. Yeah, we're gonna ruffle some feathers tonight. That's all. It's all in good fun. Everyone gets home safe. Do you know why everyone gets home safe? Because I have a life. Of course everyone gets home safe. Oh! All right, what else we got?
Yeah,
Just
but
keep
just
this
follow up on that one. Is when you give them away, go, take her, please. I can't get rid of her. Watch out, she's sticky.
This one's a sticky one.
And then you're like, and when you let go, you
That absolutely needs to come off as a joke.
Sure. Of course.
If she is sticky, you know.
So another one is, I like to say, you go up to a girl. Well, you can walk by, or you can just stop. It's up to you. And I just go, thank you. Like sometimes I'll just keep walking by to her. She doesn't know what you've done, and then later on, you can pass her and say, no, honestly, thank you. And then eventually she's going to open you. What are you on about? Thank you. Like, why are you thanking me? Because you're going to give me a real good answer to this. Right, so, and then you use your opener.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for what? Because you're going to give me an answer to a really, really interesting question. And then stack to an opinion opener. By the way, if you've ever read about opinion openers, trying to get their opinion on something, it's called a false opinion opener. We're not actually trying to engage them in a dialogue. It's a monologue. I'm going to cut them off and get to my opinion. That's what it's about. As long as I'm speaking, I'm conveying my personality. They have to earn my pausing and my interest to get them to talk. I will allow them to chat about 3 to 5 minutes in. I'm not going to open and ask them to talk. A lot of guys do that. Try to get a girl to talk. She doesn't want to talk to you. She may want to talk, but not to you. She doesn't know you. Unless she's seen you with girls. Then you pre-selected, and maybe she'll presume you have all the other characteristics of a high-value man. Right? Leader of men, protector of loved ones, willingness to emote, successful risk taker. But she won't care until you've demonstrated those qualities systematically. In each set, you're going to have to actually speak. A pickup artist, what does he do? He picks up. It's a performance art. So you're now all officially performing artists. And it isn't 3 minutes from meeting a girl to getting a phone number expecting that'll be a good pickup. It's at least 25 to 40 minutes long. That's the truth. Otherwise, there's no investment on her part. So if you're like 40 minutes in and then you do a phone number exchange, it's going to stick. 3 minutes in doesn't stick. It's worth the paper it's written on, metaphorically speaking. It's wood. It's worth the paper it's written on. It's wood.
When you go and open them up,
Right?
if things are going well, you stay until you get the number, until you
Well,
close it, or do you go by, say something, then you come by in 10 minutes?
I can leave and return and leave and return.
There's many
I can just come and wait, just leave. And then a few minutes later, come back, use another opener to reopen it, just out of the blue, right? And then you leave again and come and wait. So you can do that 3 or 4 times, it gets fun, right? And you're demonstrating your willingness to walk away. I mean, that's actually built into that. So I don't mind it at all. But it also happens when you're merging groups. Hey, let me introduce you to some friends of mine. Back in a sec. Right? Introduce, this is Tweedledum, this is Tweedledee, and then you take off, open up another set. And meanwhile, when you open up that next set, they've seen you hanging out with girls, throwing girls away from you. Anyway, the nearby adjacent sets, right? Okay.
And so another one is, so it starts off as a boring question, but it gets interesting. So yeah, are you a dog or a cat person?
Dog person.
Oh, I had a penguin once. It's too cool for me, I had to get rid of it. Just silly little sound bites like that. I had a penguin once. But a lot of times they go, no, really? Yeah, it was too cool for me. He hung out by the freezer all the time, never got a word in. Could never get to the ice creams. So what's the funniest pet you've ever had?
The funniest pet.
Yeah.
His name was Earl.
Yeah.
He was a laugh.
My friend had a meerkat once. Lazy bastard.
What's a meerkat?
It's similar.
okay, I don't
Hey,
think.
it's similar to a hen lay.
Okay.
What's a hen lay? About 3 or 4 pounds. Nothing like a cock fur. What's a cock fur? Pissing on it? Do you have up dog?
Up top.
Up dog. What's up dog? What's up with you, Bugs Bunny? Everything in grade 3 is funny again. And well, especially when you add a little drunken vibe to it. The neat thing about acting drunk is you can get away with more, especially with Kino. Especially the guys will be disarmed quicker. But the neat thing is you can then at one point isolate the target. Everyone trusts that you're just drunk and shooting randomly. Oh my God, there's no off button on her. She's flipping words. How do you roll with this girl? Right? Now they're disarmed. That's the use of negs. Not only it's not to lower her self-esteem. Hey, I'm the drunk one. I'm the one with low value, but they don't give a shit. Right? I'm just blowing her off. But when in isolation, I can then say, look at what you had to make me do, young lady. I had to act drunk in front of all your entourage, you Miss Popular, surrounded by all these people. Now I get to isolate you and find out if there's more to you than meets the eye. Is there? Are you special?
So how do you isolate them? Do you like...
Here, come join me for a
Come here
second.
and let me ask you something. Or...
Yeah, come join me for a sec. I got an idea that I want to share with you. Right? Or I have an intuition about you. Now before I get to that, and then you can stack to another opener, another piece of material, and then never get back to it. Right? You can simply say, you know what I was going to talk about with you, I think this is not the right environment for it. We'll get to it another time. When the universe provides, sometime in the future, maybe, maybe not. There's a time and place for every routine. And the places or the times are the phases. From meat to sex, there are a series of natural phases that take place. Some of these bits of material are great in the first phase, but openers, hey, you can do it on a day 2. There's short stories that pack a quick punch, right? Some stories captivate, some just stimulate. The silly ones stimulate. The longer ones can captivate. You can even captivate with silence. There's power in the pause. So don't forget your power.
So much to take in.
What will happen is when you go to sleep tonight, your brain will simulate it all.
It
When you wake up, feeling refreshed.
Do you not agree? It starts to just it's an overwhelming thing, but you know, young man, how was yesterday?
Good.
Fair. Okay. Any others?
Yeah, what I do is now and then I'll slip naked, the word naked, into a sentence. Randomly, like it won't even make sense in the sentence. So, you know, whatever you want me to say, yeah. So, bringing up in naked Chelsea is quite interesting because it's a very busy city, it's quite posh, you know. So you get used to the posh types, and I never really liked the posh types too much, but I'm quite naked used to them these days. And this, right, and then they'll keep saying, like, why do you keep saying the word naked? And they'll go naked, and I go, what? What do you mean? Why do you keep saying the word naked? I'll do it. Let me to a little secret. I've got naked Tourette's. I say what I'm thinking, what I want to do. I say what I want to do, and sometimes it just slips in there and it'll lick you out. So it's fun. But you're saying that you're interested.
Now with me, analingus, I never even think
Yeah.
about these things. Are you into astronomy? Because when you look analingus up to the stars, you can see that we're inside of a universe filled with matter. Do you know what's inside of a black hole? Analingus. Inside of a black hole is not space. It's not nothingness. Otherwise, analingus, there would be nothing there. There is, in fact, analingus, something inside of a black hole. Do you know what's inside of a black hole? Do you know what it looks like inside analingus, a black hole? Look around. We're inside of a black hole right now. Look around. This is what analingus is inside of a black hole. Because the universe is a black hole. When light leaves analingus, the universe, it bends back because of the gravity of the entire universe. Right? We're inside of a universe. We're inside of a black hole. In fact, we even have a history. You and I, we have a history. It goes back a long way. Analingus. It goes back a long way. There was a time in our past that we were actually together. Every single molecule, analingus, in your body was exactly where my matter was. Our matter, because of the Big Bang, right? We were analingus together as one 15 billion years ago, and analingus, one day we're going to be together again. We are one.
Orgasm.
Orgasm.
That's what the Big Bang was.
It will be.
It was one giant orgasm, and right now we are inside analingus, a dream state. And this is inside of a black analingus hole.
There you go. Who dares wins? Analingus.
Who dares? Analingus wins.
Yeah. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
So, any questions so far?
Should we make some sort of plan for tonight, or just start finding where we're comfortable?
We'll have to get to that, but let's continue on with a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
A good one is.
But yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah, I have to understand how this night is going to pan out.
You know how you understand? You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the night wreck itself, and it's going to unfold in very miraculous ways. A lot of guys, they always worry about how it's going to unfold. Like, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? Go find out what not to do. You know, I don't know how to do it. Well, then do it, and then find out for later, for tomorrow.
But for me, it's nice because
learn as you go.
I feel sort of fine about failing. Like something 10 years ago, I would have been so nervous about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll fail. But
Yeah,
I just saw
enjoy failure.
the second
Crash and burn is
boss.
crash and learn.
Crash and learn, yeah. I just saw the second highest goal I've ever seen in my life. Do you want to see a picture of that?
Oh, that's so cheesy.
You know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I'll see it on the
Selfie mode.
It's self-promote.
Right? And it's fun. Go like it.
prettiest girl.
The second.
Second prettiest girl.
And then she asked who's the prettiest. And what's
That'd be 10
First.
My ex.
The higher
it's
you are,
weird, yeah.
the more absurd this man is, the more he doesn't care that she's hot. Everybody is so prim and proper. They're trying to conform so much. They're trying to be nice. Nice gets you nothing. Everyone who's nice goes home alone.
How many nice people are out there trying to conform? 99%? More?
Most.
And they get. Oh! It's that one crazy dude that always gets laid. This guy.
Or isn't it curious that the loudest burper, there's a whole group of people, there's guys and girls, and the guy who burps the loudest gets the girl. And it isn't just the burp, it's the fact that the other people don't go, oh, they go, ah ha ha, because he's the alpha male. Oh, he burps, oh, right? You know, they're drinking beer at the bar. Which is counterintuitive. You'd think the burp, she would punish him. for the bad behavior. But in fact, he gets rewarded for the bad behavior. Right? Because being an alpha male gets conveyed, as opposed to everyone, saying, hey, don't do that. Right? Being a boss.
And can you imagine pulling 2 girls home that turn into your girlfriends, and then after having fun with them and whatnot, sitting in bed, all sitting in the bed, I'm like, hey, come on, look. It's like we're children again, we're on the covers bed, and then I go, and I jump out and I trap them under, and I'm holding them.
It's called a Dutch oven. Do they have that in Sweden?
It's a double Dutch oven.
Double Dutch oven. What's the Sweden oven?
I don't know, what's the Sweden? I know.
That's like a German oven. Oh, I've got German jokes for you. No,
I'm not on camera.
joke number 1. They're really truly social nowadays.
No.
I'm Canadian.
I have some terrible ones.
But then you can go,
But they're funny. The girls laugh.
Well, I'm German with Jewish in-laws, so I mean, we're very politically literate.
tomorrow we're gonna have good fun with going through characters, playing characters, because I've got my priest there.
Oh, okay. Fair. But yeah, you don't have this now, right? But he has a shirt. Would this do? You think? Maybe. Oh, actually, yes, of course it would. Look at that. Boom. If he seals this all the way up to the top, sorry for joking here, and he takes a little piece of paper, folds it up, and puts it here, he'll look like a priest, right? And it's not like, oh wow, I'm not going to do what he does. He's dressing up as a priest going out. No, he's taking a piece of paper and putting it on his collar for a few minutes. That's all he's doing. It's not that big of a deal. It's a joke, right? But imagine him at the bar ordering a whiskey, looking like a priest, right? And so when he gets the drink, he goes, and then shoots it back, right? And it's just funny. But tell about what a priest has inside the collar. What is inside of a priest?
So I folded up the paper, and with me and some girls in Ireland, because Ireland's a little bit religious as well, so it's even more taboo, and we'd write in on the collar, like the girls would write, you, and lick my up like this. And we'd fold it back up, and then we'd go in with the girls and talk to other girls, and I'd be like, bless you.
Bless you. Bless you.
And then say, one of the girls, even if you prep them, could say, hey, do you know what's in a priest's collar? So the girl would say,
What's in a priest's
and
collar?
then the girl would go, no, what's in a priest's collar? And you'd be like, okay, I'll tell you, but I'll bless you afterwards. And then they open it up, it's like,
yeah, it's like such a shock.
right? And then you go to a bar, you go, hey, let's get a drink. And I actually remember going to a bar and saying, could I have a beer to the waitress? And she's looking at me like this. Are you sure? And I go, it's 9 p.m, make it a double whiskey.
Which hit the people that were next and
Yeah.
finishing the conversation,
Yeah.
with the adjacent set.
And what's your favourite sin? Mine's that sin.
Yeah. What's your favorite sin?
Don't
Don't
worry, I'll bless you in the morning. And then another thing is we ended up taking the girls and one in each arm, and we went to a strip club. And we went in a strip club, and everybody in the strip club went, I think the DJ would look at
Yeah, the music.
And I was in the strip club, and the women didn't know how to approach. And you can imagine when you go in, it opens. When you go in as a priest, everything opens. There's no big shield, everything opens. And I tell you what, you can get the naughty sins out of them if you really want.
Even the gates of hell, they're open.
Everything's open. And so what happened is, so we went in and was drinking and so on, and then I ordered a dance, and I sat down, and the girls even beside me, and with the stripper dancing, and I'm drinking, and I'm in my priest. And then afterwards, I went, thank you very much. May I have your number? Come to confession in the morning. So yeah, play a character. So you're not actually even you. You're not even you. You can actually play a character and take yourself out of that mind frame.
Role play.
I'm me. I'm so worried about me and me. Just play the character. Be that character. Method acting. Play that
Let's
role.
not do Jimmy the Lips.
No, we won't do it.
Yeah, Shane.
Okay.
Jim Lips.
But yeah.
See how
If you
fun
want
it is
tonight, be a
it's
character.
fun and really, especially on the first night, like for a couple of you,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
it's just to get you to not care so much, to step out of that which you think is you. Like a lot of people would say, I would never wear that. Or a lot of people would say, I would never say that. Perfect. Now say it. Find out what happens, right? That's why going, I'm crazy. If you're stifled in your mind, doing that really loud, out of the blue, people go, I would never do that. I never say that. Do you know what happens? You'll hear, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. You're not the only one. You're bonded in craziness with all the others. I'm crazy!
And I can hear him doing it. Like, I know that he's in set and he's got really far in set and then he's just done it, so I know what level in the set he is just by him shouting it.
Just out of the blue, I hear, oh, there's Sebastian.
And then so yeah, if you're stuck tonight, just play a character. Don't be yourself. Then you can't judge yourself.
And you're allowed to fail. We give you permission. But you have to open.
Open is the key. If I was going to write a book, alright, I know I can write one word, I just write on the front of the book. Open.
Open.
Yeah, because once you get, and it's past that threshold, you have any sort of connection, you're sort of fine, but it's that's
Precisely. You have no learning curve if you don't open. You can't develop a learning curve, right? What I would put on a page, smile. Because that is, in a way, an open.
What is
current smile?
Smile.
The current emotional state is being conveyed. You know, as a man, do you know what it's like to be attracted to someone bigger and stronger than you? As a man, do you know what it's like to be attracted to someone bigger and stronger than you? That's from a woman's perspective. You're a man, you're bigger and stronger. Well, no, well, there was, Olga, but you were lonely, you were drunk.
She was into powerlifting.
And Kegels.
And alphabet spaghetti. I don't know what she spelled with it.
Kegels.
So look, this is my book, right?
Right.
So when in doubt, just follow the book. Open, there's nothing in it. And the book says close.
Close. Close. Yeah. But a smile conveys that you are non-needy, non-threatening, that you're playful, right? And approachable. And believe it or not, you're not going to lose your value as a man. It's like, no, I want to be James Bond.
That's the thing I'm thinking, like if you come into a club and you sort of have a introverted and non-good energy, by starting to talk to people and like opening, you sort of get in the...
Well, what I do is I like to put on a smile before I get through the door, because I don't know what's on the other side. Right? And also, is it really fair to the club and to all the people, all the patrons in the club, for you not to smile?
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes it's hard to get into one of these venues, right? And, in Vegas, where it's put together properly, right? Where they really thought it through, they know that it's an entertainment facility. So the bouncers are going to be courteous. Here they may not be courteous, right? And so it's really tough to get in. Well, that doesn't make me feel good. I came here for the entertainment of it. Now I'm through, now I paid my money, now I'm allowed to have fun. Well, what if as I'm walking down that lonely hall and the first set that I see of first people are unhappy people? It's not going to set the standard for the rest of the night. I'm going to presume it's one of those clubs instead of like Cheers where everyone's happy and smiling. Meanwhile, it's the same people. So it's the management that you can accuse, that you can blame for it being such a bad vibe. The difference between people quietly looking at each other and drinking all hoity-toity. Meanwhile, the people just down the street are having a greater blast, and they're their friends. Their friends are going to meet in half an hour. They're having fun. They're not having fun. Why? Because you can blame management for creating that long line with the unhappy people at the end of it as they enter, right? So what I suggest to people, and it's a nice little game plan, is to go into a group and say, hey, not only I do, but this entire club and your friends need your help. We need you guys to just move 15 feet so that as people are entering, they see you and do say hi. Everyone's having fun in the back. Come say hi to them. They're having a blast. Big smile, right? Especially if you get some girls doing that for the first half hour when you get there. It's going to change the state of the entire club. It's going to make it approachable. Do not fall into the vibe of the club, right? Bring your own vibe, and the vibe is this. It's a simple vibe. Nothing's going to wreck my day. My friends and I, we conducted a caper project, and we're celebrating like the end of Ocean's 11. Nothing can wreck this day. You want to know what winners look like? Winning! Charlie Sheen style, plus then some.
I win here and I win there. Why winning?
Why?
Why am I winning? I win Yeah, I mean,
So now we've given you openers, a bunch of them. We've given you a permission to open. We're giving you a permission to rec sets. Rec the room if you have to. If you get kicked out, there's other places to go. No worries. This will be the symbol of, gentlemen, let's wrap it up. Let's go head out. And if you want, you can say to the girls, hey, party's coming with us. You're more than welcome to tag along. Extra will be there. You know, structuring an opportunity to pursue your friend to his target, rather than him going, hey, come with me, right? It'll be the wingman coming in and
sounded like Neil with something. Hey, come with me.
Yet curiously with Neil, it would work. Under the radar, you know, he's a sexy man. See, balding is not sexy, but bald is. Something to think about. None of you. Okay, one day in the future, you know.
I read that in the game.
Okay.
Neil Strauss was balding and then he went.
The game,
all
yes,
balding.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, so you can pull them out. What I like to do is, in a night, I like to go to 2 venues. You know, from 10 till midnight is my first venue, midnight till 2 is my second venue. That way, if the first one is shit, well, the night's not over, right? And then we're not dredging, right, doing gutter game and going from bar to bar, where sometimes venues are so shitty, like the actual bar, being in there lowers your value. So if you try to open up the set, you're entering with negative value. While meanwhile, in other venues, and this is all just perceived value in the girls' minds, right? You go to another venue, and they perceive that, maybe because it was hard to get in, or so-called hard to get in, they have to wait in line 10 minutes longer, right? That when they're in there, anybody in there must have high value, right? Like the Playboy convention versus Saddle Ranch on Sunset Boulevard. Easy to get into, good food, right? But shitty place. Another thought, why do the best PUAs in the world go to the shitholes?
Yeah.
Why are they seen in the shitholes for a while? They're gaming for practice. That's it, they're gaming for practice. They're gonna then get to the really cool venues where their value is already considerably higher just for being there, right? So don't take it personally if there's some rejections happening. You're like, I've been talking to the 6 or 7, no disrespect, you know, if you're so entitled to rating women from 1 to 10, which I never do. You actually get a no from a 6. And you're like, are you kidding? Are you teasing me? I've dated supermodels and you're saying no to me? Right? No. Don't take it personally. You're in a low-value venue. They're presuming that you're, why would someone with high value be here? Because I'm practicing. You know, no disrespect here, Rich, but I'm practicing on her. Flooding them in bed, you know, because I met his friends here. He indulged in meeting my friends, because you will be saying, so, who are you here with? And then when you meet them, so how do you all know each other? Right? As opposed to, so ready to get out of here then? Right? You don't want to meet a girl all by her onesie and then yank her out, and then have her not meet your friends, and you don't meet her friends. That's creepy. It really is. But a lot of guys think that's what pickup is. You know? You're not just picking her up, you're picking her whole social circle up. And you're and she's not just picking you up. She's picking you and all your friends up, which is like a real value that you can offer to a girl, right? It's more fun than just you. It's not just you want some dick. Right? It's come hang out, we're having some fun, right? Anything else in here? Or shall we take another break? And then when we get back, I would love to get to the structure. I'm gonna teach you quickly a false time constraint. If I'm seated, I can only stay a moment, I have my friends here. That's known as a verbal time constraint. Now I've joined the set, right? And talk for a little bit. Now in the middle of the conversation, I can actually, you know, check my time or check my watch. It's not that I have one right now, it's weird. But pull out the phone, check the time. I can stand up in the middle of a conversation, sure don't hit my head, and I can tuck the chair back in. So it looks like I'm technically about to leave, right? And then I can say, oh, okay, get this. And then I just pull it out and sit down again. Now what I've done is I've done both the verbal one, I can only say a second, I have my friends here. And if they say, you know, being assholes, they say, where are your friends? I can say, don't worry, I'm the tribal leader, they'll find me. They're around. Right? That's the verbal one. But the non-verbal is where I get up, kick the chair, and it looks like I'm about to leave. Now, a false time constraint is false because I know I'm sitting around, right? But from a distance, anyone would think that I'm about to leave. And any girl did that to you, you would think, oh, you know, they're about to take off. Right? Oh, I gotta get the move really fast. It's an illusion, they're not doing it for real. It's a false time constraint. The purpose of it is to build comfort. The purpose of a false time constraint is to build comfort. Bums, beggars, people begging for change. They don't do false time constraints. They step in. You step back, they step in. You step back. They don't say, I can only stay a second. You know? My friends are paying the bill at any moment. Right? Or a quick question. The word quick. Quick question. Right? Those are false time constraints. You want to add those in so that they know that you have, it's a way of demonstrating your willingness to walk away, especially the non-verbal false time constraint when you get up and kick the chair back. Isn't that cool? Another thing that you can do is, maybe borrow your hand kind of, you just press right there. It's my elevator button. Everything funny, grade 3's funny again, this is silly stuff.
That's a time constraint.
It's a way of getting permission to say, hey, she pressed the button. It wasn't me, right? But what you can do is, as a neg is just a negative statement or action, right? If she says something you can negatively misinterpret, right? You interpret as a negative thing, you go, wow, that's very fascinating. Press here. It's very fascinating. I gotta go now. Actually, before I go, one quick thing. And then you can stack forward. But you get that? That false time constraint, it's a tool for an artist. You don't have to put it in like stacked material and do it on every set. Especially if you say, if you've been there for 2 hours, you know you're gonna be there 2 hours more because it's a chat zone. You know, dance clubs, dancing areas over there. This is a dance club, not a sit and question life club, right? So some people will be dancing at these clubs, but there's also these chat locations, right? So sometimes if you say, I can only stay a second, there's no context to that. You haven't rooted it in reality. So don't use it if it doesn't make sense to use. Fair? But you don't have to say these things. You can do the non-verbal ones, and it gives you a similar taste.
I don't really see the purpose of this time constraint thing.
It's a way of them feeling comfortable knowing that you're not going to sit down and stick around, and then they have to look past you and kind of give you hints.
Yeah.
You know,
They're afraid they're just going to sit there
you're
forever.
going to trap them in conversation, some stranger. You know.
I think if you just approach them, right, and start talking, they might not be interested in what you're saying. But if it's a false time constraint, you might be more interested.
Yeah, and then if the guy actually demonstrates it, like about to walk away, right? Or even walking away, which is known as a roll-up. You know, I come in waves, it's one way. Or just say, pleasure meeting you. Or you could say, who sings this song? You spin me right round, baby, right round. Who sings that song? It's a one-hit wonder song from the 80s. I just had brain freeze. For the life of me, I can't remember. It's like 6 hours of this. Okay, well, thanks a lot for your help. You know, cuckoo, cuckoo, ta-da, cuckoo. And then leave it at that. And then you take off. And a few minutes later, you come back. And now they know that you've demonstrated your willingness to walk away. And you come back by saying, dead or alive. And they go, what? Dead or alive. You spin me right round, baby. Dead or alive. It's band from the 80s. One hit wonder. Okay. Do not date this woman. You dress them up, can't take them anywhere. Right, but enough about you. Let's talk about me. I'm teasing, I'm sick of my own small talk. Enough about me. What do you think of me? Don't answer that. That was rhetorical. Thank you for opening that door. Yeah. Everything behind this closed door is mom's word. There we go. Right, so what I want to now zoom to is there's a structure to pick up, believe it or not. You don't have to believe there's a structure, believe it or not. There is a structure to pick up. Now, there's 3 main stages to pick up. I'm going to get now to the basics. It's the basics of Mistery method and why. See, I'm Mistery, it's my method. I claim nothing more, nothing less, right? But what one man can do, another can do equally. I believe that. There are 3 main stages to pick up. Seduction is an important stage in pickup. Actual arousal of the girl. Do you want to do that in the club though? Do you? Some people go, yeah, I do. Well, yeah, if you can get your girlfriend to a bathroom to have sex with her in a public bathroom, hey, by all means, you know? But how are you going to get a quality girl you've just met to do that?
Yeah, it's
a little more difficult. You know, maybe if you're gutter gaming, you could do that. But you go to a high-valued, hard to get in venue. These girls have dolled themselves up, and they're very, socially aware. They don't want to necessarily do that, right? Hell, your girlfriend of 2 years may not even do that. How are you going to get a girl that you just met to do that? Fair? And anyway, that's not solid game. That's fool's game. Trying to get the girl in 3 minutes into the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to seduce her. And then what happens if you say, I'm gonna seduce her, I'm gonna arouse her, sexually arouse her, and then what? Now you have to take her home? What, you gonna keep her sexually aroused in the car? You got 8 minutes, pal, you got 8 minutes. Right? So, right? So seduction belongs in the seduction location. What about comfort? Some people start in comfort. See, starting in seduction is to be the seducer, and the problem with that is fool's mate. You're trying to start at the end.
What is that's fool's mate?
Fool's mate. Oh, forgive me on that. I think of pickup a lot like chess. This is not just bravado, moxie, creative courage. It's not just about your inner game, emotional, oh, I can do this, you know, like jumping out of an airplane. This is more like a game of chess. It's an intellectual pursuit, right? You can be scared, or what I call excited, if I'm going to reframe the same emotion, the same phenomenon that happens in the mind. But, where was I?
About the
Yes,
structure.
fool's mate.
That's right, we were talking about me. Fool's mate is a chess metaphor. You can win the game in 4 moves, technically. But if you do win the game in 4 moves, does that make you a chess champion? Or does that make the opponent naive? Right? So who are you going to pull to the bathroom? The 10 that's in VIP, surrounded by guys? You're going to come in, hey, you want to get laid real fast? 5 minutes straight, I only got a second, don't you want to get laid? Right? So, instead, what is a typical winning game? It's like 25 to 35 moves, right? Solid game, play to win, play solidly. Don't escalate, don't try to win too quickly. Just presume that the opponent is smarter than you. These girls are brilliant. You know how beautiful some of these girls are? Did you know that just as how the DNA machinery is so calibrated, their face is so gorgeous, their brain is gorgeous. They've got X-ray vision. They can see through you, right? So slow it down. Play a nice solid game to win the game of chess. Like playing poker, do it right. Play by the rules, right? I'd say slow it down. She'll speed it up. If you speed it up, she'll slow it down. I'm the one who's going to put in the false slowing it down. Maybe we should slow this down. Let's rejoin our friends, especially if you've had a little makeout. Because I don't want arousal. Making out with a girl is about connection. It's about comfort with each other, tasting of the tongues. Now stop that, you know? Because what can happen is you can finger a girl in the club, and then you get her phone number, and the next day you call her, she doesn't answer. Because she knows why you're calling. She knows what the buttons smell like too. You can't be funny all the time. But sometimes you can. So, solid game is to not begin in the middle, where you're trying to build comfort. Where are you from? What's your name? She doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to build comfort with someone she's not first attracted to. So there's attraction as a phase, or as a stage rather. Then there's comfort as a stage. And then there's seduction as a stage. And each one of those belongs in a location. You have an attraction location, target-rich environment, a place to go where you can actually meet girls and then get them attracted to you, right? Attraction location for the attraction stage. And then the comfort location is somewhere quiet, right? It may not even be a...
What are the 3 stages you're thinking about? Attraction, comfort?
Well, these are the 3 main stages: attraction, comfort, seduction. Some start at the end, they're seducers, and they deal with fool's mate problems. They start at the end, right? They're not masters just because you laid the in 3 minutes, okay? Why is that? Because even a bad pickup is better than nothing to a 7, if you're gonna rate girls, right? You can hit on a girl awkwardly, and if it's the only option she's got, you may awkwardly say, yeah, I guess so. Okay. Right? Walking around with her legs spread wide open. But opening in comfort, opening in the middle. The problem with that is you're the nice guy, also known as the next guy. And what he deals with is she's not attracted. So there's also another error, opening at the beginning, which is cool, opening with attraction, and then immediately jumping over comfort to seduction. She likes you, good, now let's finger her. Right? And the problem with that is they just crushed down what should be somewhere from 4 to 10 hours for meat to sex. It's the average. You know, if you look at the successes of not just me, but some of my, best friend PUA buddies, it's not speed. It's not about just speed. It's about knowing how much comfort she needs, right, on average, in order to feel comfortable enough to want to seduce you. So you have to have all three phases. Otherwise, you're known as the player. You know, you did build attraction, and then you exploited it, compromising her comfort, going for sex, and she got freaked out, and she gets instantly buyer's remorse. I like the guy, but now I feel uncomfortable. What happens if I never see him again? He invested nothing in me. He doesn't know anything about me. He just went for the sex. Now, if she's up for that, hey, by all means. But that's not solid game. You're not hitting all the waypoints, right? For meat to sex. So, what we're going to do is practice for the future. We're going to practice for the Playboy Mansion. We're practicing for 6 weeks from now. When a woman of particular quality comes along, we're going to have the skill set together.
Did someone say Playboy Mansion? Is that impressive?
Boy, have we.
20 years.
20 years I've been practicing. Right, so we're going to build attraction. We're going to follow that first. We're going to actually attract them, not do comfort first. We're going to attract them. That's going to allow us the time, and it's going to purchase us the time to build comfort with them. And then they're going to seduce us. Stage 1 plus stage 2 equals stage 3. We don't have to do hardly any work in seduction. Girls are very good. In fact, the truth of the matter is you're going to be overwhelmed. Some of these girls are so damn hot that when they hit on you, you're like, you just want to say yes, but you have to actually say, whoa, let's get to know each other a little bit. You know, where's your car? Ready to get out of here then? So, fair? Those are the stages. Now, I've broken it down because there's beginnings and middles and endings of everything. That's what a full circle is, right? There's even full circle to the entire relationship. Really, you've got courtship, then you've got the relationship, and then you've got the breakup. That's it. That's a full cycle, really. In the breakup stage, we'll call it, you want to minimize it by, I've broken up with her, I stopped communication, right? Or we've stopped sex, and now we stop communication. Minimize that and start again, because every beginning has an ending, and every ending leads to a new beginning. It's forever, the universe, making love to itself. Okay? This is a masturbating black hole universe. And this is a dream, Now, with me, I don't think of these things, but analingus, if I were to, right? So, does this make sense? Now, I'm going to zoom into just courtship. Courtship has a beginning, middle, and ending, and that is these 3 main stages. Fair? Now, each of these 3 main stages has 3 phases. A beginning, middle, and ending to attraction, beginning, middle, and ending to comfort, and a beginning, middle, and ending to seduction. Kind of logical. I don't mean to make it so complex, but what we can do is, we'll call those phases. We're going to give them objectives, which ultimately are to get from one phase to the next, right? You don't have to cross over phases, because otherwise you're compromising something in there. You're surpassing waypoints. You're not plugging everything you need to into her mind to get her prepared for the next phase. We're going to meet the objective of each phase so that we can get to the next phase, so we can smoothly get to beginning a sexual relationship, which is the point of the whole game. It's not just to get sex and we're over. No, it's to start a sexual relationship. We're going to go out to girls that are so beautiful that they're worth the 4 to 10 hours, or on average 7 hours it takes to get a girl. And you'll be accumulating that by the minute like a lawyer. So it may take you a few days to do that, or overnight. How long did it take from meet to happy?
4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours, quite efficient. It worked well.
How long were you guys up to today?
4 to 5 hours.
It was the first set.
Maybe 8 hours.
Yeah, this is first.
We were out earlier in a practice mode of the day.
We warmed up.
Get him talking.
That's why.
Well, that's
night
night day.
time.
In day, we were out even longer.
We
We had
went
12
went
hours.
out at Burns, and then when we came to the VIP.
And
First set just came in, and I worked her, and we bounced her to the hotel. We grabbed some food, and we took a taxi, bounced to my place, your place, and and then we left this morning, and it was
by the way,
fantastic.
this thing stayed on your bed.
And she's a fitness model.
She was,
girl.
Shall I show a picture?
Yeah.
if you like, if this doesn't slow us down too much,
No, it won't.
for every second you take from me, we're
It
going
depends. If your hands are in your pockets.
And I look at it and go,
Nice.
Serious.
Well, that's a good time.
did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was really fun getting to know you. Being social.
Yeah, and I think if anything, the reason why it was shorter than your typical 7 is because you have cool friends around you.
Yeah.
Right? It really does help. Comfort is established, and so is peer approval. Because we're like, hey, it's cool, you guys look great together. And having her friend, because it was a 2-set, you know, you need friends in it. You can't split a 2-set. It alienates the obstacle, or the friend, right? You can't isolate your target. So what you have to do is merge the set, either backwards merging, in this case to his friends that came with him, or forward merge it. Come on, let's go make some friends. Now I normally would rather throw another girl on the obstacle, because that'll stick better than throwing a wingman that's not prepared.
Yeah.
Because what happens if it doesn't stick?
Yeah.
Then it's because he's got low value, and then that girl is like pissed off and goes, come on, let's go. And then she's the pull-away girl, right? So that's why I'll open the set myself, disarm the obstacle, throw my wing onto it. If it doesn't stick, it comes back to me, it's a 2-set again. So it's a lot like a single, in that you gotta keep the 2 heads together and work the set as one, right? But it's a group, because you gotta actually talk loud enough for both to hear,
Yeah.
right? And if you wanna isolate your target, you're gonna have to throw somebody else on that obstacle, right? Or kill one of the others. Vegas, babies. Discreet, yes, exactly. You know, in the bathroom, you know? Like Fool's Name.
Yeah.
Rhetoric, right? It defines who I am. Right. Now we're in comfort. Now I'm in isolation, we like each other, now comfort begins. Guess what happens in comfort? Where are you from? Tell me about yourself. It's more
We're learning about the comfort now.
That's right, now we're in C1. The very thing you wanted, the dream tonight, is to be able to pick a girl of your choice, of the hottest girls in there, and get rid of all the logistical obstacles of her friends, the pull-away girls, the guys, the orbiters, right? And isolate the target with permission so that you can arm in arm with some keynote, talk, get to know each other. Now you can slow down your speech. Now you don't have to showboat and juggle, right? Now you can actually one-on-one, talk slowly, get to know the girl, right?
Can I ask you, like, how do you, like, if we talk about structure,
Like the girl is on the yacht, where I'm talking one-on-one, and within 3 minutes, we're making it. Or not, I'm just saying, you know.
Well, how do you like,
Edit.
what indicators do you look for to know that, okay, now I'm past this, I can move on?
Fair enough, indicators of interest, there's a whole slew of them.
For
There's-
example, from passing from attraction to comfort phase, when do you feel it's time?
When I give an indicator of interest, and she responds by rewarding me with an indicator of interest, as opposed to giving me an IOD or indicator of disinterest when I give an IOI. Oh, you're beautiful. I have a boyfriend. Right? That's what I say. You're very beautiful. Too bad you're not my type. What do you mean? Well, you know, if you put your hair up, I might change things. Right? The idea is to entice her to make it feel like she's chasing you. Right? So now we're in comfort. Now in comfort, you're gonna just sit and get to know the girl. It's actually, comfort's pretty easy. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Because you both like each other now. She's earned it.
No, you've been saying from the start to this point, I did all this yesterday. Everything, you know. I'm a member. I did comfort. Yeah, everything.
She's a member.
Bounce. I went through each stage, A1, A2, A3, and C1.
Moving.
Yeah.
Physically moving into like, sit down.
Did
into
all, and
C1.
underneath, I did all the keynote escalation in each stage.
Yep. Touch often, touch early. Get her accustomed to your touch.
Don't look where you're
The
touching.
power of touching is in the roll-off. The power of keynote is in the roll-off. One last time. Gentlemen, the power of keynote is in the roll-off. These phases are in every single successful set that you've ever had in your past.
When would you start with keynote?
He brought the 2-set to me, right? He said, hey, let me introduce you to some friends, to some new friends. And I said, for me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, just like I always wanted. And I grabbed her and hugged her. And then I said, get up, man. No. All right, now get up. In her ear.
But he knows, he knows that I've done a proper introduction for him.
That's right. You've done an AI. I'm going to introduce you to some friends.
So they-
where
you are
tell
already-
who's cool, who's not. These ones are cool. So don't be an ass. Right? So this is what we're going to have to get good at. Now, if it takes 6 weeks, 6 months, this is how you get, you know, the Playboy model at the Playboy Mansion.
What's C1, C2, C3?
Well, C1 is that where you moved into the quiet area or went out to the smoking section. Even if you don't smoke, by the way, I have this. God damn it, I do. I have this with me. I don't smoke anymore, but I still have this. This is an artificial cigarette, and it has a nicotine cartridge in it, but it's dead by 5 weeks now. I just use it, you know.
Is your particle in there?
Because it makes my coffee taste better, even though there's no taste to it, right? You want to smoke while you have your coffee, so it's fake. But now I get to say, hey, let's go for a smoke.
Yeah.
She'll come join me, even if she doesn't smoke, because I say, I don't smoke either. You come join me, right? But it's quiet out there. And now after you've done comfort, are we there yet? Yeah. Now after we've done comfort, you've got two options. Either you're going to bounce her out of the venue into another venue. Remember, 2 venues a night, which is nice to say to girls, party's coming with us, right? So the next venue has you coming in with girls. And now the next venue is going to be even hotter. Because any set you open will open like a hot knife through butter, because you're pre-selected on the open. You can even open in A3 because A2 is complete, because you're with girls. It's 80% of attraction, right? The last 15% of, last 20% of attraction is qualifying a girl. It's a high value male behavior to slow it down and say, hey, tell me about yourself, because the more you meets the eye. I mean, beauty's common. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. Look around. I'm accustomed to beauty. I'm not desensitized to it. But tell me about yourself. Which spirit eye? Oh, sorry, forgive me on that. I could continue with this. Right?
But where would
I could say, which eye do I look into
C1.
to see your spirit? Which eye do I look into to see your spirit, to see your soul? Which eye? Are you left or right-handed?
Right.
You're right-handed. Okay, well, curiously, I'm going to say that is the eye. That eye. But that eye, that's the eye. That's you. This is a generated image that you've grown accustomed to, that you kind of, jerry-rigged a little bit, by putting on makeup, look in the mirror, that's who you think you are. I see you differently, right? I see you for who you are on the inside. This is bonus. You make it very easy to talk to you. I'll give you that. Right? Okay, so you have a chance to bounce her out, and then you go into C2. See, C1 is in the attraction location, the quietest area. Then you bounce or time bridge. A time bridge is a dating loop. You're gonna get her phone number or her WhatsApp, and then you're gonna tell her about the reason why you're getting it, because you're gonna see each other again. That's what a time bridge is. You're jumping over the time, you are apart. Because you've been gaming her, and now you have to stop because it's the end of the night, and then you have to jump over the time. You got her number, but then you have to see her again. So you say, hey, we're getting together at 2 p.m. On Sunday for barbecue.
This is C1. This is C1.
In C1. That's right, because you can't go anywhere else other than bounce her out to go to C2, which could be Mel's Diner to grab a bite to eat. It's a place that's separate from the attraction location. C2 is just a comfort building location, separate from the seduction location, because C3 is the living room. So there's only 2 ways to get from those, from C1 to C2 to C3. C1 is in the attraction location, just, the quiet area upstairs, someplace to make up, right? And only make up 30 seconds, a little tongue, and then slow it down, because that's not seduction, right? It's still attraction. It's comfort being built. Then you bounce them to the other venue, or you get their contact info and get them out to a C2 location the next day.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my speed talk.
So that's the idea here, is to just update them with the exactly what they need to get in the field. What I'd like to get to, by the way, is the most basic stuff is talking about current emotional state, right?
Well, what I want to do is I'm just going to go through. So once I was flown to Dubai to do an hour's talk on a guy's yacht, he said, look, I want you to come, and I'll be going on my yacht at this time. I have 1 hour before the girls get there. He goes, so I have 1 hour for you to upload the best of your shit in my brain. How much will that cost me? I said £10,000. He says, your plane will be ordered in 1 hour. Huh. That was it. And I flew there, and on the way, I planned my whole 1 hour talk.
Yeah, 1 hour.
And then after that talk, he kicked me off the boat.
In the last
Of course. I was like, damn! And I'm thinking, yeah, get the party as well.
Right.
Like, no competition and all your best shit. So I'm going to give you as much as
That
that.
was an expensive investment. I understand him.
And it was in cash, so I was like, oh, great. So I'm going to give you as much of that as I can real quick because I want you to have loads of material that you can work through the best bits that you all think would suit you better.
What I'd like to do, just to stick to, so you understand, is I want to get to the structure where I'm going to actually draw the diagram. I want to get to that. I want to get to commonalities that we share with total strangers.
Yep.
Fair. I want to fill in the structure at least with 1 or 2 bits of material or gambits that meet the objective of each of the phases that I'll be revealing, so that you have a nice solid structure from meat to sex. You understand how that works, and then when we go in field, you'll be able to at least, at worst comes to worst, if you just can't focus, you'll have a couple bits of material to run in order to basically hit the waypoints of each of the phases, right? From meeting not all the way to sex, we're gonna keep that shorter today. From meet to getting a phone number, from meet to getting a kiss, from meet to bouncing them out of the venue, right? Because then you're in comfort and you already built trust enough that the girl's gonna bounce with you, right? That's what I want to accomplish. That's it. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Okay, those are the 3 main things. Fair.
Okay.
Imagine.
So I'm going to go through the quick ones. So let's write these down. If you need me to say it again, let me know. If you don't understand what it means, ask. As simple as that. Okay. So the first one is I want to get to a story that I can tell you, and it's really good to get the girls in the mind frame of sex is normal, and it's got funny spikes, funny bits in the story, and it just shows that you're quite a cool guy. So I said I was hanging out with my friends on a Sunday. And one of my friends, and we were all drinking, and one of my friends, he's a health freak, so he just jogs all the time. And we really wanted him to hang out on Sunday and have a drink in the sun with the boys. And we kept texting him. He goes, I'll jog over and I'll have 1 beer, right? And he jogs over and he goes, I'm going to have a beer because my girlfriend's just dumped me. And we're like, oh shit, man, no, you've got to have more than a beer. You need to get over this. You need to party with the boys. You're single now. It was only ever healthy because she was healthy. And then I'm not saying don't be healthy. I'm healthy and everything. But the idea of never hanging out with your friends and her isolating you. Did you ever isolate any boyfriends you had? So you get them involved in it. And they're like, no, whatever. And so we got him really drunk. And then we decided to take him to a student party just because student parties are fun and we were in our mid-20s, we were late 30s, whatever you want to say, doesn't matter. Because guys speaking and fuck students a lot, right?
There's a chance for him.
Yeah,
quickie.
Exactly.
So
we took him there and we couldn't get in because you had to be a student to get in. So what I did is I beckoned one of the girls through the window. So she comes outside and I said to her, look, open the girls' toilets and we'll all sneak in the girls' toilets, let us in, and we'll buy you a few drinks, right? And maybe I'll hit me. Right? So what happens is she comes out, she lets us in, we're climbing through the window, we're a bit drunk, and it's crazy. And then I remember opening the door for the girls' toilets, because we're now in a cubicle, slowly getting in. One man comes out, another man comes out, another man comes out, until 11 men come out of one girl's toilet. So we get them. And then what happens is he meets this girl. For some reason, he's in his jogging shorts, he's sweaty, he stinks, and he's like, I'm never going to get anything. But something in that attracted her to him. What's that all about? Anyway, so what happened was, we went back to, he went back with her, and she just dragged him into the cab, right? And he was like, oh, and as he's out the window, he's like, oh, I suppose I'll see you later. And she's like, pulling him in the cab window, and they're gone. So we go, what's going on? So the next day he tells us, right, he said, I was at this girl's house, and we got back, and she goes, would you like a drink? Help yourself to wine, and I'm going to slip into something more comfortable. So he's like, this is really happening. This is really happening. So he goes to the sink, and he's like, I stink. Oh, I don't want to stink. So he sees the washcloth, the washcloth in the sink, and he's like, and he throws it in the bin. He's not that disgusting, right? But he wants to freshen up a little bit. She comes out in his sexy lingerie, and he's like enamored by her. He's like, wow. And she just jumps on him. She starts pulling the shorts off him. She's like, I want to have sex with you. I'm going to ride you all night. I'm going to do things to you that you should never tell your mother about. And so she's pulling at his shorts, and all of a sudden, as you know, because he's really excited now, you know what I mean? It's a long story, but I'll cut to the end. So she's pulling at his shorts, and as she pulls them off, she lets out a massive cry. Ah! You never guess what? He had a baked bean stuck on the end of his knob. Where he's been. Now, my question to you, young lady, is if you were really, really attracted to a man and you just had to have him right now, and you pulled off his shorts, as we do when we take someone home, you know, sex is normal, right? Would you freak out if you saw a baked bean stuck on the end of his knob? And then she may answer some yes, no's, whatever. And then you go, and she goes, no, I wouldn't. You go, okay, let's get a drink. And that's your story. But what did you notice in that story that I was doing? It's not just meant to be a funny story. I did multi-layers of things. So what did you notice? You're looking confused, like
One, you're
I'm telling a story.
You're social.
I'm social.
You're risk taker. You're having
I'm
fun.
doing this.
I'm anchoring the good feelings.
You're not shy about that.
I'm not shy. I'm talking about sex as if it's normal. I'm talking about girls pulling guys. So girls feel comfortable to take the lead and pull a guy, and we're cool with that, and we actually appreciate it. We do not think that you're a slut doing it. We actually respect that.
Yeah, the word slut is a word that other women use as a weapon. That's all that is. Men don't use that word.
It's
just
women
like
use it on
woman's word for
women.
women.
Women use it on women, and we use it to be stupid.
Yeah, and they just use it in order to get the guy.
Hurt men
Blow up
use it.
girls to get the guy.
Hurt men use it,
Yeah.
and women use it to
Blow up
lower other
girls.
women.
Yeah. Blow up girls so they can get
So they can sneak in and get the man that they really want.
Truly it. That's true. What else was in that? I mean, you can accordion like it, like shrink it down if you're going to use it near the opening.
Yeah.
But you're not hitting on the girl. You're in your own head telling the story.
Yeah.
You're excited. You're conveying personality without directly saying, so where are you from? What's your name to the girl? You're just going directly into something that you want to convey.
Yeah.
Your personality is conveyed before they even have a chance to decide whether they want to hang with you or not. That has to happen first anyway.
And I'm holding court. Yeah.
That was. She didn't say anything during the whole bit.
There was a little bit where when I asked, when I asked the question, that's as if I'm asking the girl.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's the illusion of interactivity, because in the first few minutes, when you're telling a story anyway, especially when they first meet you, you don't need to get them to talk. Like some people say, so tell me about yourself, where are you from? She doesn't want to tell you about herself, where she's from, what her name is. She's not attracted yet. So what you do is you convey a non-threatening, playful manner in your personality conveying material, and then later you can say, well, now it's your turn.
So what keywords was in there? Like keywords not as in what I was saying, but as in, as you said, like playfulness. I'm being playful. I'm being cheeky, the cheeky chappy. You can get away with murder being cheeky chappy.
Yeah, a little bit of social violation and not caring what she thinks about.
Social violation.
You know,
exactly.
You're being, what do you call that? The end of a story, the end of a joke is the punchline. It's kind of like a punchline.
Yeah.
You know, it's the bean punchline.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
the story
funny
with a
word,
punchline.
You know.
I'm getting her involved. The illusion that she's slightly involved in the conversation anyway.
Right. You're also taking, like with what you did with us here, is you took us out of this room. We weren't in the room. We were jumping through a window. We were going through a bathroom. You know, we were being grabbed by the hand into a taxi. You know, we were seeing our buddy wiping under his arms and everywhere, and then
she
we're
was
seeing the
living my life.
bean on the knob, and you're like, oh.
When a girl gets to hang with the guys, she thinks it's really cool. She's like, they're letting me into what the guys talk about.
Right.
Like you would feel when you hear what the girl, like, yeah, no, you can come. Like when they isolate all the men in the party and the girls go in the room and the girls, but you walk in, they're like, no, come in. And you're like, I feel special. I'm going to find out all the secrets of the universe. That's how they feel.
You're not being too cool for school. You're not trying to be too prim and proper. You know, and what that reveals is you're not really after her. And that is building comfort. If she feels like you're directly after her, you know, you've got the hots for her, she feels discomfort. That discomfort is going to shorten the length of stay, the time she's going to indulge in listening to you, right? So then by saying, you know, by acting as if she's one of the boys, right? Like that's why I like oftentimes saying to a group of girls, hey guys, you know, I'm not acknowledging that they're girls, because if I do, then it's like, hey ladies, you know? Do you see the two girls fighting outside? Hey ladies. It's too abrupt, it's too in your face, it's too man and woman. Another little statement I like to use is, hey, we're brand new to each other, let's turn the girl-boy dynamic off for now, so we can be, for lack of a better word, spiritual. Fair? Okay, get this. I mean, who says that to a really beautiful girl? She's so attractive. You're actually saying, okay, slow that down. We'll turn that off for now, because I got something neat to talk about. And that's what this story, to me, conveys.
Well, it sounds like it's a boy story, but it's really a girl
So
story.
you actually want to start by not hitting on her, basically. Just
The only time I would hit on a girl on the open is when she has already seen that I'm pre-selected. You know, like she's seen me with women.
Pre-selected, saying that you are acknowledged by other women.
That's exactly right. The boy band principle.
The what?
The boy band principle.
Meaning like what?
Well,
Really loves that.
if you look at the very first video from the Backstreet Boys,
Yeah.
they have girls chasing them, but it's their first video, so obviously it's an illusion, and it still works, right? So if girls can't see us with girls, right, then you can tell a story with girls.
Yeah, girls chasing.
Pre-selection is 80% of attraction because it presumes any of the other potential attraction switches, right? What else did I like about that story? I think that
You've not had
it's
that
not
story.
just, well, I have, but a long time ago, you know, infield.
Yeah,
you know, this is like actually to an exotic dancer,
Yeah.
right? I think that it's good for the boys as well, because it's a boy story, but it's one of those stories where if there's a girl in the set, right? Remember, guys are just ugly girls. You can't open up mixed sets. A mixed set is a group of people with guys in them. You don't, like if it's a couple, you can open the set. I know it's counterintuitive. You can open the set if there are guys in it. But this type of story is for the boys, and if a girl is there listening, the additional DHV, demonstration of higher value, is your ability to be able to captivate the group of guys and then not even care that the girl's there. You know, but still the DHVs are being uploaded obliquely into her head as she observes you holding court with a group of men.
Yeah.
You know,
And
5 guys and a girl.
many times I've been doing, and like you said, you've heard me do it in a strip club. This I use in strip clubs. It's a story I like to use in the strip clubs. I call it a stripper story, and or stripper crack for strippers. And the guys, you go to a strip club normally with a load of guys. Actually, I go with loads of girls.
Yeah.
But at the start, when you get accustomed to this, men go with men. So when the strip comes over, I go, I don't mind you joining, but we're talking about a boy's story. I've got a boy's story here. If you want to in on it, you've got to be open-minded and friendly. Are you? And they go, yeah, sit down and be quiet now. Right, so guys, get this.
Right. And so a performance of the material is being made on her behalf, and she doesn't even know what's happening at that. Right? It's beautiful. It's just, it's fun, you know, and there's no political correctness to it. It is, as soon as you try to be politically correct and become polite, it's boring. You're like the next guy or the last guy.
But you're not offending anyone, you're not hurting anyone.
First of all, it's not really relaxed when you're politically correct. You're just caring to be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got this story in your head that you can tell, you can forget the fear. You can forget, oh, what do I say next? You just tell the story.
Yeah, but it's all about having the confidence while you do it.
Tell it as if you're telling your buddies.
And if it requires you to tell the story to your buddies a few times, so be it. Or tell it to women for a few times during the course of the night. Imagine telling a story once and then meeting the girl of your dreams and she's in a big set with some guys in it and then you run it, you're going to be awkward with it. So instead, go out in the daytime, go wreck some sets, run some material you're not good at until you're good at it enough and you remember most of the bullet points to the story. So that at nighttime when it becomes important, you see the girl of your dream, you can run the set and she'll be like really attracted by the fact that you can not care that she's hot, right? Why isn't he caring about me? Why isn't he ignoring all those guys and talking directly to me?
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of guys do that. Hot girl in the room, all the guys shut up.
Yeah.
He doesn't shut up, he just shoots still. Because as long as the pickup line is conveying his personality, the game is being played.
So a good one is, and you can use it as an opener, or you can, remember an opener can be used at any point in the game. So It's snapping back into reality.
It's a tool for an artist.
Yeah.
You can have many openers. You need many openers because multiple groups will be opened. You can't use the same opener on everybody.
So a good one is, I was just having a conversation with my friend Candy over there, and who would you share your toothbrush with?
That's good. I gotta use that tonight.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I gotta use that tonight.
Who would you share? Oh, let's go. Who would you share your toothbrush with?
A girlfriend, maybe?
Yeah, anyone else?
Nah.
I'm not coming to your house tonight. So, the funny thing is, when you're always with me, what do I have in my bathroom?
Extra too.
Extra unopened toothbrushes.
Yeah.
Who would you share a toothbrush with?
You tell the girl that?
That's the opener.
Yeah.
Instead of saying,
she
hi, what's
knows
your
now.
name, or you're pretty, tell me about yourself, you're not trying to get them talking.
You also say that
Well,
you
I
have
say-
extra toothbrush.
I say, don't worry though, I always have spare toothbrushes. Still, I might add. So, and then I'll just cut the story and go to a new story straight away so she has no time to go,
That's why you have more than one opener, because you can stack the openers, keep them short, sweet, move to the next piece. Just like a comedian, if a certain routine doesn't work or doesn't hit, don't worry about it. Don't finish the routine. Cut yourself off if it's tanking and stack forward. Oh, by the way, before you get out of here, stack forward.
This the way you do it is
Yeah.
you open sets.
You open-
You open sets.
And then you
And they may tank for a while. They may like not hit. But as soon as one hits, you go, you'll feel that power. And then as soon as you feel that power, open another, bang, and open a third. I would say open 3 in a row, and then come back.
Very
Then
good.
come back to us.
And the first three are.
Because you'll lose momentum. You'll go, and then you'll speak, and then come back to us, and a minute, and the energy goes down. And then you go again, ha, and then you go back. So do 3 in a row, and it goes boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, two quick come to it. One is the first 3 sets are your warm-up sets, right? To get yourself into the state that you need to be in, which is not a confident state, it's a talkative state. You note that we were talking earlier, and now both of us are in a very talkative state, right? That's one idea, right? The other is, if you go after one girl in this set, you may not trigger attraction, because you may not be pre-selected. And if you work this set over here, another set, you may not trigger attraction. Or the third set that you open, you may not trigger attraction. But if they all get to meet each other, if you all get to merge them together, now a pre-selection scenario is set, where now you're surrounded by girls, and you'll end up getting all 3 of them. They'll find you attractive because of the other women, right? So go after one girl,
Is
get
that
after
something that's
another girl,
consistent that girls,
go after both, get them both.
girls will pick a guy that other girls approve of?
It saves them the step of having to get to know you.
Yeah.
They could just trust that, well, you're seen with girls, so obviously you must have some value for women. Hey, I'm a woman too. Who is he? Let's find out. You know, they're going to stand near 5 to 8 feet away from some group of people to maybe get to have some interaction from a man, right? And it'll only be the guys that are non-threatening, right? Pre-selected, playful. They seem to be in a good mood. They seem talkative, and they seem surrounded by women and locked in, leaning back, looking cool, not needy, not leaning forward, trying to chase the girls. You know, all by yourself, doing the gutter game, walking around by yourself. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. We have to actually lean back, like open up a set, get them to join you, and then from within the set with the girls, where you're running the material, other sets will come nearby. And you get to say, hey, did you hear about this? As you stack forward to the next opener, you could pull them in and merge the groups. Now I say merging, but really it's just tapping on the shoulder and continue, you know, and running the next story. And they'll turn and listen, because there's a whole little group around you. You know, it's showboating.
So when you're saying merging the groups, are you saying like you open one group, then later you open another group?
Well, let's get to merging later.
Yeah, we'll get to merging later. But I'm just saying that, you know, he's saying run 3 sets, right? You do 3 sets, but look at all the reasons to do it. Look at all the reasons to have more than one opener, right? And all the openers are going to be very similar to this in terms of personality conveying without literally hitting on the girl.
Exactly. So, and I'm doing a little structure for you that you can follow later.
Forgive me on this. The last one where I said I'm going to do that one. I want to. Oh, the toothbrush. Great.
But remember to add, but don't worry, I still want to home.
Yes.
I'm not that so uncouth.
Okay, remind me, please, when we're in field, because I want to internalize that one.
As long as it's not my set.
Yes, sir.
So, there's room at the top for
You
everything.
do the same line.
Not
No, we don't really.
Not really, but it has in the past.
Yeah.
It was say, oh, you've met my friend. So,
I say,
yeah,
well,
we're talking about
that's
that.
the hot topic of tonight.
Right.
That's the hot
hot
topic of tonight. So next one is, these are just little ones you can throw in. So I want little ones you can hit, because they're easy, you don't have to remember big things. So I'm going to give you loads of little openers. You can just go boom, 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 boom. Alright? So we have toothbrush, so we can put that in our cheat sheet. Alright? Next one is, you're the cutest girl I've seen in the last 5 seconds. So she's getting the compliment, you're the cutest girl and she's like, oh god, you know, in the last 5 seconds. If she starts smiling from it, you can change the ending. You're the cutest girl I've seen this week. But if she's like, in the last 5 seconds, oh, you lost. Right? As if it's someone else's sort of way. Okay? You can even throw a playful negging. A negging is not an insult. The result is laughter. Right? So you say, oh, I didn't know you were leaving already. And she's like, what? You've got your going home clothes on. Why have you got going home clothes on? You used it in Barcelona all the time. Works, right? And they're like, stop it, what? Oh, I'm really glad you've got the confidence too. And they're like, to what? I don't know if I should tell you. No, tell me. To wear jeans in a place like this?
But I've tried doing this kind of stuff and usually backfires.
Okay, guess what? The solution to that is, it's called throw and go. It's a general rule for, you're not teasing to make them, or insulting to make them feel bad. You're rather saying a statement in order to disqualify yourself from being considered a potential suitor, so that she doesn't feel the discomfort of being hit on, right? That's
What
the
if she
idea.
thinks you're insulting?
Well,
What are you doing wrong?
Listen, what you're doing
It's
is
too obvious.
throwing it and waiting for a response. If I were to say, you and I would never get along, if I just stopped there, she would then, and I just wait, she would then say, you're right, you would never get along and leave, right? But if I were to keep moving with it, you and I will never get along. You know why? We're too similar. You won't take my shit, I won't take your shit. What fun's that? If I was in a room with myself for too long, I'd pull my hair out of my head. You don't want to know me. If I was in a room with you, I'd be bald. Right? And so it's just playful. But what it does is it disqualifies yourself from chasing her. You could say, too bad, or you could say, you're absolutely beautiful, too bad you're not my type. Right? Oh, by the way, and then stack forward. So the idea of a neg is to throw and go. Again, a neg is just a statement or action to disqualify yourself. So she knows you're not after her.
I've got one as well that I use. I go, oh my god, your dress looks like my grandmother's curtains. I let you into a secret. I love my grandmother. What's a bad girl like you doing in a good place like this? When a girl's behind you, are you following me?
I heard that song.
Yeah.
I want to stay.
And she's like, no. And I go, why not? I need a new stalker. The last one couldn't keep up. And then hopefully they fit into the story. Because they go, oh yeah, I'll do it. I tell you what though, I'm a giver as well as a taker. So I tell you what, I stalk you Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you do all the other days. Fair? We take turns. But I bet I'll catch her. And then later on, when you pass her, you do the... And she's like doing this. Sawyer. And doing this even, they start doing it back. Yeah. And then when they do it back, go...
Yeah, everything that was funny in grade 3, it's funny again.
You can throw in fun things as well when you think the momentum is going up, the buying temperature. So I'll be like, let's go Valentine's Day, then I'll buy you dinner. Well, there you go. But actually, it's my birthday, so actually you have to buy me dinner. Oh, oops, have that.
If I'm in a 2 set, that's 2 people, let's say it's 2 girls, I'll say to the friend, pointing to the target, I'll say, your friend and I like each other, are you okay with that? And she'll go, "Are you sure?" I'll say, well, don't get me wrong, she may open her mouth and say something that'll turn me off in a heartbeat, but as long as she doesn't speak, we're gold. And then step forward. And it's just, you get a laugh moment. Now, again, negs are supposed to result in laughter. That's the idea. It's not an insult, and
It has to be like a joke. Like
it's just teasing. It's lighthearted teasing. You are so off your rocker. Oh, you're pooping words. Can you smell it? Can you smell it? This woman is pooping words. There's no off button on you.
Verbal diarrhea.
I'll give you $200 to get rid of this girl for me.
And then pull out a massive wad of money. Anyone? You got lucky, you just earned 5 minutes. So when the bodyguard comes.
On a side note, I have had my pockets filled with lighters where you bring out 5 lighters and you say to someone, do you have a lighter on you? And they hand you a lighter and you say, oh, thanks. And you pull out 5 more and you just plop it in your hand and put it back in your pocket. Nice meeting you. Got it up.
That's like the one with the gun or the Tic Tacs. So you go, oh, I've only got 3 left, like that, and you hold it out as if to give her one, and then she's like that, and you just go,
I mean, people are so in their box, in their head. They're trying to be so politically correct or socially repressed. They're socially repressed, but they're trying to be socially
conforming.
Yeah, they're conforming. They want to be straight-laced, and they don't do things of this nature. Especially the hotter the girl is, the more polite you're trying to be, right? But comfort, opening and comfort building. The girl's not interested in comfort building. Break rapport first, and then let her.
Do you think anyone or any guy has ever said, God, do you remember that guy? He was so conforming, or he's so normal. Do you remember him? Which one? Right? No, it's remember that guy who was a bit crazy and talked about this and did that and brought these girls over and took us to a strip club and then anally and my friend.
But enough about me.
Oh, you mean Rob? You mean Rob? Yeah.
Right, Rob.
Yeah. I haven't seen that guy for ages. He's over there. Look, shut up. Dude. Right. So another one is. Do you know what? Sometimes, no, not even sometimes. Do you know what? I get really shy and insecure when I'm around beautiful people. I feel great in this place though.
I feel free! I feel free! Right, a quick thing about delivery. Instead of talking like this, because everyone can talk normal. Hey, how's it going? You know, where are you from? This is what a lot of people around the world think pickup is about. Talking. It's not. It's about being crazy! Getting your personality out there. Women of beauty respond to that far more strongly than the person who is just talking like they're at a bank, trying to keep their voice quiet, not to disturb the other groups around you. Right? Disturb the groups. You're in the middle of a public gathering. Either you're the observed or the observing. Don't sit around waiting for something to happen. Be the observed. Make it happen. Part of delivery.
And also, you can feel the energy in the room. So, you know when there's like a big group of guys and they're like the alpha guys and they're partying and so on, everyone can knows they're there. And then a group of hot girls walking, like super hot, and the energy's taken off them and now it's there. Mm-hmm. So you need to be that energy in the room. And that's how people notice you. So when you do open them, they already know who you are, they've already been observing you, so they're going to open easier. They're not going to ignore you, like you come out of nowhere, because they've been watching you already.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing about doing more than one set, is that the third set you do, they may have seen you already interacting with the 2 previous sets, so they know that you're talkative, you're non-threatening, you're playful, right? You're smiling. You may even be saying things like, all right, slow down, speed racer, or I am not going to sleep with you, woman.
I do that all the time.
Right? So it's just jokes and stuff. So here you're pushing girls away. So when you get to them, and of course, how do you get from group to group to group? You could simply say, every 7 feet is a new adventure. Hi. Right? Well, I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland. Are you the... Yeah, pretty man. Yeah, are you the caterpillar? Are you the Mad Hatter? Every 7 feet is a new adventure. I'm making my rounds. Thought I'd come and say hi.
Blissfulness is only 9 inches away.
Are you guys special?
But it's a long story.
Are you special? Yeah. And that's special because?
Takes a certain confidence to say that to watching.
Just say it. Well, just say listen, you know who says that stuff? Their friends, their brother,
Yeah.
you know, they're the guys that are accustomed to her, that know her, that she feels comfortable around. These are comfort building sound bites. You know, if you say, oh my God, you're pooping words, woman. Oh, that's comfort building as opposed to, wow, you know, you're really beautiful. Where are you from? She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a shit about her name at first. Why should I? I'm a high value male. I have women in my life. I don't need any more friends. I have a full deck of cards. It's nice to have a couple of extra cards, sure.
So do you want to know the answer when they go, where are you from? So we're going to do both. When you're asking them and when they ask you.
That's 3 to 5 minutes in,
Yeah.
at least. Usually.
Yeah. So it's they say, where are you from? I say, oh, I need trust, comfort and connection before we go that far. We've only got lust at the moment. So I need trust, comfort. We've only got lust at the moment. And I don't want this to turn out to be a love-hate relationship. I hate you and you love me. That would never work.
Yeah, treating you like shit isn't until they're in a relationship.
Exactly. And I know you're thinking, who's this blonde English girl, right? You should be.
I have opened with asshole. That's what she said. Asshole. She needed a tampon. I was very discreet. I asked one person. I got it for her. She gets it. She wears it. And she calls me an asshole because I was asking people around. I asked one person. I'm a full-grown man. I know these things. I know how the world works. I know how women's bodies work. She's wearing the thing. She calls me an asshole. I'm an asshole? She's the asshole.
She's a
I'm open. She's a bloody asshole. Right? I open with asshole. Wait for the flinch to see how they respond and say, that's what she said. She called me an asshole. She needed a tampon. I got it for her. She's wearing the damn thing. I'm the asshole. She's the asshole. Works great. Snag girls.
Yeah.
I know it's counterintuitive, but what it does is a little bit of shock value. You know, because you're not only opening, you're also having to captivate, right? Well, before you captivate, you're going to have to stimulate, then captivate, and then attract. And that's Oscar. Open, stimulate, captivate, attract. And then when you're attracting, you're conveying value. You're conveying some value for the girl specifically. You know, like pre-selection presumes value, but you also got, are you a leader of men? Because that would help her if she's, bonded with a man who's a part of the leadership circle, that she has the protection of him and all of his friends, right? Leader of men, is he a protector of loved ones? Some guys aren't. Some guys are loners. You know, some guys are protectors, like this gentleman right over here. He's into mixed martial arts. You show that 10-second little video of you doing wrestling, right? Or just 10 seconds of that video. It just shows, because he's subdued, he doesn't talk about it, but he can show that at some point.
And it's sexual because you're teabagging that dude.
Right? So, that's leader of man, protecting loved ones we talked about. What about a willingness to emote? Look at the rich range of emotion that's being shown here. When you're telling the story, you can laugh. If you're in if it's a part of the story that makes you go, yeah, some assholes were following my girlfriend home in a car, and she's an exotic dancer, don't be a hater, guys, and she's on her way home, and they're following her home from the club. What a bunch of dicks. So you see the rich range of emotion? A lot of guys, when they first meet girls, they're hiding their emotions. They're not showing a rich range. The girl may not know who you are, but if you can demonstrate a rich range of emotion, then she can trust that your circuitry is normal. Right? So if someone talks about, kicking a puppy, and you go, oh, come on, guys, as opposed to, right? Then she can at least trust that she can push your buttons, that you're a good guy. And also, another DHB is successful risk taker. Not giving a shit about, the social violations.
What about this?
Here's one.
Attract. I mean, is that typical mindset that you use?
It's just
It's a mental model.
yeah, it's a model that you can follow.
Captivate. What would that mean?
Captivate their imagination, their emotions.
He did that with that story.
Okay.
You can't help but shut up and listen because he's
Yeah.
taking you through a window. And
Yeah,
into
you're
the
waiting
back
for
window,
the continuation.
right?
of it, Yeah.
And so it's spellcraft. Spells.
Or you can socially violate and make it fun as well. Oh my god, your bag just hit me in the dick.
Ah, wait.
Or when you put your hand on their shoulder and then you look down at your feet and you raise them up, look under them and go, ah, like as if you stepped in poop. You go, ah, oh, ah, and then you look at your hand, ah, ah. And that's a great opener. Current emotional state is being conveyed. Not threatening, not needy, playful, you're not after the girl, you're just out for the laugh. Works great. Laughter is an amazing way of breaking ice.
My friend Alison said if I want to meet someone, I should just come up and introduce myself. So who should I talk to? Right? And then you can follow up with something. But just even saying silly little things, I want to get to know you big time. So who the f*** are you? Who the f*** are you works brilliant, by the way. Why do you think it works brilliant?
Shows you to
Makes her need to be interesting. Like
Exactly.
Who are you? And that's special because...
And there's pre-openers, so what you say before you actually use the opener.
Not excuse me.
No. Are you someone that can take open-minded questions? And they're like, yeah. And then you can go into your routine, whether any of them open as well. You just go into it.
You just said, are you someone?
Are you someone that can take open-minded
Someone
questions?
like a celebrity or whatever.
Well, that's the first maybe moment, but are you someone who can take...
Open-minded questions. So you're letting them think, oh, what's he saying? Am I someone? Am I someone what? I'm like,
Who can take open-minded questions? Those pauses actually captivate. But you can just run it all at once.
technically you can open with anything if you do it the right, with the right frame, the right attitude, the right emotional state, like anything.
Yeah.
But these are a lot easier to open.
Yeah, but what I recommend is it doesn't matter which opener you use, as long as you have one, right? And perhaps maybe one you've used before so that it comes out smooth, because sometimes the hotter the girl gets, the more distracted our minds are.
Yeah.
Our process of power is all on her. Wow.
It was really like I was telling you the other night.
So
like
rare
sometimes
fun girls
you meet these girls that they don't give you anything, like you have to do all the work, and then you run out of imagination, it becomes completely quiet.
Right.
You know?
Well, to a girl who doesn't say a word, you could say,
Just tell them, tell you a story. I just tell them, all right, your turn, tell me something.
and what if they don't know? Then I can say, I was just being polite, giving you a chance. But I had a short attention span. You're like a hole in the wall. Here's a hole in the wall. Here's you. Same thing. And yet I'm curious, is there more to you than meets the eye? No? Nice meeting you. Bye!
If you want to close as well, make it funny, so it's not a big deal closing.
Closes.
Like leaving.
Getting
Getting a number.
contact. Yeah, we don't go for numbers anymore. Like you go for
You go to
WhatsApp.
Facebook,
You go for
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, you go for Facebook, I go for Skype IDs,
Yeah.
right?
Why not numbers?
Numbers are from the 80s.
I mean,
It's same
it's
device.
easier to say
WhatsApp
what.
requires number.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like saying
Yeah.
Yeah.
a number.
Yeah.
And the way I do it is, hey, we should hang out again. Follow me on Tinder.
Yeah.
Have you played it? I completed it yesterday. And then she's like, hi, it's so funny. No, seriously, add me on MySpace.
But what do you use? You use Skype and you WhatsApp. That's the same as getting a number, right?
Look, it's all
You still need the number.
exchanging contact.
Facebook seems like you kind of open up your whole life to them right there.
That's why I don't use Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, I get them to close me on Facebook. I don't ever really ask for Facebook. Well, I do, but
Facebook, yeah.
But like all the girls that closed me last night asked me for either my number or Facebook. So I'm going to draw you back after this video to your cheat sheet. Have you been forgetting to fill it out? So by now you should have a plethora of openers, routines, demonstration stories, and so on and so forth. So I want to know, what are your 3 best defaults of all these? Your 3 best openers, your 3 best DHV stories,
and your 3 best routines. So have them put down, and then have 1 or 2 that you want to practice that are new ones for the night ahead.